Now we're on to our last bull of the night. He's a bull I think's flown under the radar for far too long. Glenoch Makahu. This bull is awesome to look at in the flesh, and I urge you to get a look at him. There's a few other cattlemen that we'll talk to later really loved him. And he's a bull that you'd use on cows to mate cows. Phenotypically, he's a standout, a consistent bull. If we had football umpires this consistent, we'd have a lot less troubles in the world. He's got a great hind quarter and stretch to the bull. The length in him's phenomenal. The feet are good. We'll throw to a couple of astute cattlemen with their comments on the bull. We're here with Ben Glatz from Glatz Black Angus, and we've just had a quick inspection of Makahu and done some video and footage for you to see here shortly. He's not long come from his second home over at Mandaean Angus, and he looks a treat, ready to go out with cows now. You, Ben, for the fourth time, is that right, he's going out with?
Yeah, yep. So he'll see a particularly heavy workload again naturally this year. We've AI'd some cattle as well, and we've got 3 drops on the ground.
Yeah, so on that 3 drops on the ground, you've really tested his calving ease out a bit, and how's he performing on that front?
Very good. So he's seen a lot of heifer joinings himself, AI or naturally, and the calves are around average for birth weight in our contemporaries, and no issue on calving ease. So probably the perfect balance to achieve, you know, good calving ease out of heifers without having to chase particularly low birth weight. Yeah,
excellent. No, I like what I've seen from the bull here. There's some heifers that you'll see we took some. Couldn't help but take a couple of pictures of, and phenotypically they stand up really well. Tell us, Ben, how are you seeing? I know you had bulls in the bull sale back at the start of the year, and how those bulls shaped up in terms of phenotype and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they were very well received, Rob. They were the younger bulls in the sale as being naturally mated or mop-up joined bulls, and they were obviously, or they sold well, and they were certainly selected for their added frame and length and dimension.
So I think they averaged about $500 above the sale average, which for a bull that probably did some backup as well as some AI,
yes,
covered quite well. Also, why don't you tell us a little bit about Makahu himself? I mean, he's a bit of a rooster, and you guys will see it in the video, but how would you make the bull?
To me it seems obvious. There are some high use AI side females that have been used significantly in recent years that I think he's the perfect match for.
Yep.
Daughters of bulls like Mo, Beast Mode, EF Complement and LD Capitalist, and we don't have all of them here, but the ones that we do, we've got complements and capitalists, and we think he's the perfect match for those cattle to add a bit of frame and length and dimension.
Yeah.
And if they need some help in the docility front, he'll certainly contribute to that.
Yeah, for me the bull's certainly got an ideal frame and ample thickness. Like, he's a really heavy muscle bull for that sort of frame. Pretty impressed with the way he moves, and a really strong top and a reality son. He's really rock solid there, so we're pretty excited about what he can do, and I think he's probably been a little bit underrated and underused in the past, but I think he can do a lot for the industry, and I'm pretty excited about what that bull can do for the rest of the industry as well as you.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of high numbered bulls get used heavily based on their numbers early, and then they're forgotten about pretty quickly, whereas this side, probably coming from the other way, we're coming with a really good structured phenotype bull with a good sound production history that's super sound at, what is he, 5-year-old now, roughly. Yeah. And you wouldn't see a bull carrying his weight and length and that sort of thing move as well and handle himself as well as he does, I don't think.
We're here at the SA Junior Heifer Expo, and I just wandered across to Tom Baker from Wannerley Cementels, and I was talking to Ben Glatz before, and he said you were out there at his place the other day and you inspected Makahu.
Yeah, we did, and yeah, really interesting bull. I hadn't seen him before. Ben talked a lot about him and obviously seen photos, but really got to appreciate the bull when you see him in the flesh. You know, a bull that's got a huge amount of capacity. He's got softness. He's got structural integrity. Beautiful footed bull. He's got, you know, that head shape that you need in a sire. He's got a beautiful head. He's got some carriage, and he moves. You know, he ticks a lot of boxes. It's hard to find bulls in any breed that look like that.